Hello and welcome to the Pearlie Review. I'm PJ. I finally got the chance to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Disney Plus miniseries. So I, I'm I'm liking what I see so far. Um, the show starts off with flashback scenes from episode 1, 2, and 3, just to get you caught up. If people don't remember what happened, or well, I remember what happened in those prequel movies because I actually like those prequel movies. Yes, they are a hot mess, but they're, for me, bizarrely entertaining. And I also like the Clone Wars animated series. Then it cuts to a flashback I've never seen, the audience has never seen, of young Padawans training in the middle of their training, and then all of a sudden Order 66 happens in the area that they're in within the Jedi Temple. So their Jedi Master was female. Jedi is telling the kids to run, run. She's using her lightsaber and trying to protect them. And she gets shot in the stomach and goes down, and the little baby young Jedi Padawans say, "Well, what do we do?" And one of them says, "Well, all we can do is just run." So they just run, and then it cuts to 10 years later, um, from that instant to Tatooine, where Obi-Wan is there watching over Luke Skywalker. So it picks up, 10 years after Episode 3, when all the Jedi were massacred in the Revenge of the Sith. So right off the bat, the Inquisitors come. The Inquisitors are former Jedi who turn into like these Sith hunters that their job is just to, of course, hunt. Well, not just hunt Jedi and kill them or bring them in. And they are sent by Darth Vader. So they make their way to Tatooine. It's just, there's no build up to it. They showed this in the trailer. They are on Tatooine and they are looking for Jedi who are incognito. They want to find Jedi that are left over. So they go into town on Tatooine, harassing the citizens, the local people at a bar, and the Grand Inquisitor and Reva. Those are two of the Inquisitors. There's the Great Grand Inquisitor, and then there's three others that are below him, and one of them is called Reva. She's more hot-headed, and she's very impatient. For some reason, she wants Obi-Wan. I'm wondering if she, back to that flashback scene we saw at the beginning of this episode, there was one little kid. I'm guessing maybe that was one of the young Padawans from that flashback was Reva, and I'm wondering if that's her, because she has this vendetta out for Obi-Wan. I don't know what Darth Vader told her, but she just wants Obi-Wan. She wants to kill him. But the Grand Inquisitor, they butt heads. Reva and the Grand Inquisitor butt heads. He tells her she needs to be patient. We have to take our time trying to find Obi-Wan. If we get too ahead of ourselves, we're going to lose him. But she, does not listen to orders, and there's just a conflict of rank within the Inquisitors. So they're in town messing with people trying to find Jedi. They find one, and it's not Obi-Wan. It's a young Jedi Knight, and he gets away, and Reba is mad about it. She felt that they could have kept him because the Grand Inquisitor lets him go, and Reva feels like if we had captured him, we could have gotten answers as to where the whereabouts of Obi-Wan is, because she thinks that he may know something about Obi-Wan. But all that happens in town. Obi-Wan is out in the desert. Apparently he works in the desert, there's like this meat packing plant, and he works as a meat packer. So that's what he does to make a living and pretty much go about his day, other than watching over Luke here and there whenever he can. Um, he really does not know what to do with himself. Obi-Wan, I like the fact that, well, I'll get into what my likes and dislikes about this episode. Uh, Obi-Wan tries to have some sort of distance interaction with Luke. It was that night where Obi-Wan went to go leave a toy for Luke to play with. Um, just very discreet. It was during the night. Nobody knew he was there. Obi-Wan's just in the desert trying to get home, and he sees somebody looking at him. He's like, Master Kenobi, and it's that same young Jedi that was being harassed in town by the Inquisitors that got away. He's like, Master Obi-Wan, come on, let's team up together and let's fight. You know, you were once a great Jedi. It's me. It's I believe his name is Nari, and he's like, it's me. It's Nari. And Obi-Wan's like, I don't know you. He's like, just go about your business, leave me alone. I don't know. He's really doing that. He's not trying to be a D about it, but he's doing that because he just came from Luke, and he's like, I don't want you to bring your, please, just lay low. Don't come with me with that. And he's just pretty much he's Obi-Wan just has lost all faith. He pretty much tells Nari, we lost. Get over it. I'm not fighting anybody. Just lay low. Just go. Don't make yourself known. And Nari just runs off. He just can't believe, like, what's wrong? What happened to Obi-Wan? He was the greatest, he was a general. He fought in the Clone Wars. What's wrong? So, and Uncle Owen tells him not to do that. Don't just leave us alone. He should be with our family. And Obi-Wan pretty much tells Owen, like, at some point I have to train this boy. He needs to learn the ways of the Force. And of course, like you saw in episode 4, Owen is like, no, leave him alone. No. In the trailer they show, train him just like you did his father. No, just leave this boy alone. You've done enough. And then the Inquisitors are still in town messing with people, trying to find Obi-Wan. There's a close call between Obi-Wan and the Inquisitors. The Inquisitors harass Uncle Owen, and they harass him. Well, Reva harasses him about, well, do you know any Jedi? He actually does. And Uncle Owen plays off as if he doesn't know what she's talking about. And they go away when the Grand Inquisitor tells Reva, leave these people alone. Look, they mean nothing. Look, our main goal is to find Obi-Wan. Stop messing, just messing about. But Reva, again, feels like we need to really mess with these people, because it will make Obi-Wan come out, because he cares too much. Obi-Wan saw the whole situation. Uncle Owen gets out of the situation without a scratch because the Grand Inquisitors told Reva to stop messing with them. Obi-Wan comes out of hiding because he was watching the whole thing, and he tells Owen, hey, thanks for not saying anything. And Owen's like, I didn't do it for you, I did it for Luke. So all of that is happening on Tatooine. We cut to Alderaan, where we see Princess Leia, very young Princess Leia, obviously, well, she's 10 years old. And what her life is like on Alderaan. She's very sheltered. She, just like Luke, is not allowed to leave that planet because they don't want anyone, the Order 66, they don't want the Emperor to find her. So she's very adventurous. She likes to run off and climb trees and look at planes and stuff. She's got this little little disc droid that looks like a saucer. that she plays with. And long story short, every time she runs off from the palace to go out in the woods and climb trees and just be a kid and have fun, someone was peeking at her, looking at her, and then eventually she gets kidnapped. So we find out that this gang was appointed by Reva to kidnap Princess Leia. The reasoning being, the reason why she hired them to kidnap Princess Leia, she finds out that Bail Organa has a connection to Obi-Wan, that they were friends and that they fought colleagues or whatever. Well, friends, because Obi-Wan wasn't a politician, but whatever. They have a connection together. They were friends, and they use Princess Leia as ransom because they want Bail Organa to tell them where Obi-Wan is. So Obi-Wan's at home, and he gets a beeping sound. It's like a very high-tech beeper. And it's a message from Bail Organa pleading with Obi-Wan to help him find Leia. And Obi-Wan Kenobi's like, no, I can't do this. I can't leave Luke. Things get dicey when the next day they see in town the Inquisitors hung up that same young Jedi that confronted Obi-Wan. It was like, hey, let's team up and let's fight together. And Obi-Wan's like, oh, God. He's hanging in town, and the Inquisitors are like, listen, we're going to keep doing this until y'all tell us where Obi-Wan is. Bail Organa risks going to Tatooine. He meets up with Obi-Wan and pleads with him in person. He says, listen, Leia's just as important as Luke. Please help me find her. I need you. You're the only one that can find her. Obi-Wan is like, I can't do this. And he's like, Bail Organa is like, look, I know that you feel like you failed Anakin. You can't change what happened to him. No, you couldn't save him, but at least you can save his daughter. You know what I mean? You just help find her. And so reluctantly, Obi-Wan's like, I don't want to do this. But he, the words really got to him. The words that Bail Organa told Obi-Wan, so he decides, okay, let me go out to the sand dunes and get my lightsaber and dig it up. So he digs up the lightsaber, and you realize it's like this box that has his lightsaber, not just his lightsaber, but also Anakin's lightsaber. I really like that, and I'm gonna get into my likes and dislikes and my overall thoughts of this episode. And so he gets I forgot what they call it, like a token or whatever, a credit to get out and get on the public shuttle, space shuttle, like airplane or whatever, or bus, space bus, so he can go to this planet called Dayu. I guess I'm saying that right, to go track down Leia and rescue her. So, and that is pretty much the end. Just the overall story of what's going on in the first episode. I like the setting of Alderaan, and that we get where we get to see how Leia is looking, because you at first you think that Leia is very worldly at first, and she's not. So we find out that when she was very little, they kept her at home. They never liked her to travel. So, because one of her cousins tells her, I found out that you never left this planet before. And they tell her, oh, you're not a real Organa. And, cousins being real mean to her and telling her she's not biologically theirs and whatnot. And I like of course, Bail Organa. And it was nice with that, Bail Organa, it was nice to see Jimmy Smits come back. I was wondering if he was going to come back for Obi-Wan. I'm like, oh, is he going to be in this? Sure enough, he is. I'm glad, and I'm so happy about it. that he is in this. Uh, yeah, it's nice to see him interact with Leia, how he is as a father, as a king, and it's nice to see her adopted mother. Um, just their life as a family. Um, it's just nice. I really really like it. Just what they're like. I like the interaction between Jimmy Smits, who plays Bayo Organa, and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. That they're still friends, even though they have to keep their friendship quiet so nobody knows anything. I like that their friendship. There's a loyalty still, even though they have to be in hiding. I really like that. Now let's get to the villains in this. Uh, I mean, all right. I think the Inquisitors were more interesting in Rebels. Yeah, they're kind of boring in this. Reva, the the one that's so hell bent on getting Obi-Wan, I don't find her intimidating at all. Um, and I'll get to part two. They do something I don't like with her in part two, and I'll get to that in a minute. And I don't find them intimidating. Well, there was a moment where she cut off some woman's hand when she gave them a warning, like, you guys better tell us where Obi-Wan is or where the other Jedi are. And she just cuts this lady's hand off and stuff, like, damn. But other than that, they're just there for show, just fanfare. I'm like, I just can't wait for Darth Vader to come. Just hurry up and bring Darth Vader in this, because they make the Inquisitors kind of whack in this. That's my dislike. So it was interesting to see that young Jedi Knight being hanged in town. Yeah, but they pretty much revealed. They shouldn't have showed that in the trailer. They should have let that stay uh, when you watch the show. I hate when. That's why I don't like to watch too many teaser trailers, because they put everything in the doggone trailer and they tell you everything. And I hate it. First episode, I'm liking it. It's not out of the park, you know, anything wild, but I just like certain things. I said what I liked and what I didn't like. The Inquisitors are boring, but I do like most of the stuff with Obi-Wan and his interactions with iconic characters that we already know. Yeah, so uh, I think this is a must see. I think people should check out at least the first episode. So, what are your thoughts of the first episode of Obi-Wan series? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I don't know. What's your first impressions of the very first episode? And I'm going to jump on over to part two, because if it's two-parter, I like the fact that Disney Plus released 2 episodes. So I'm going to cut this video off and then jump over and talk about part two, the second episode of Obi-Wan.